opportunity to call this player out, to hold him accountable for a little bit. Oh, I still got my Kyrie jersey up, but it's not him. It's definitely Leonard Fournette. This is a guy that has 2,000-yard season. This is a guy that had 100 yards on the ground this year. I expect him to run like a wild man, to run angry and pissed off this Sunday because it's their only chance of winning this game. You need to go through him, Tampa Bay, if you want to get to the Super Bowl. Leonard Fournette is a guy that was consensus All-American back in LSU. This is a guy that can get it done, but I haven't seen that yet because he hasn't had many opportunities. Last week, you can see him hitting mid-season stride a little bit where he was trying to get over the hump. I expect him to get it done because I don't expect Tom Brady to go out there and throw for 300, 350 yards, Nick.
Listen, Brandon's right. The Bucks' clearest path to victory is take the ball out of Brady's hands. I couldn't agree more. But I'm going to the other conference. Player most likely to surprise you Sunday is the greatest free agent acquisition in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs franchise. A potential future Hall of Famer, an all-decade team member, and all-pro, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's going to pick off Josh Allen or force a fumble. He is going to make a game-changing play. I don't know if it'll be game-changing because by the time he makes the play, the Chiefs will probably already be up 14 or 17. So either game-changing or game-sealing play this weekend. Honey Badger forces a turnover. It's going to happen. He had one last week. He almost had a second one that could have ended the game. Could have been a pick six. Should have held on to it, Honey Badger. Kind of glad he didn't, though, because then Baker would have gotten annihilated. So, player most likely to surprise you, Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, potential Hall of Famer, friend of the show.
Love it. I'm going with Allen Lazard, who did the very rare combination The Office and Jay-Z reference on Twitter. The old, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is the Lizard King, which is an Office reference. Had almost 100 yards and a touchdown last week. So if Davante Adams gets shut down, which probably won't happen, but could, look for Lazard to have a big game.
Lizard King. On to Tom Brady. The 43-year-old's going to have to deal with temperatures around 20 degrees, little light snow perhaps Sunday night in Green Bay. But Brandon, the biggest X factor on Sunday will be blank.
Last week, I went with Coach Sean Payton versus Todd Bowles. This week, I'm going to stay right there, but I'm going to go with Matt LaFleur and Coach Todd Bowles. I expect both of these guys to go back and watch Week 6 closely. I expect Todd Bowles to go back with an open eye and say, you know what? I think there was a lot of missed opportunities for Aaron Rodgers. And our pass rush, our front four, got to Aaron Rodgers quickly. So I expect Todd Bowles to really go in, tighten up that game plan, and make sure those guys on the back end, the safeties and the cornerbacks, are communicating at an all-time high, because if they can shore up that pass rush, man, Aaron Rodgers could have some big chunk plays down the field, and this game could get ugly. I'm going with the Bucks, but I expect Todd Bowles to really learn from those missed opportunities by Aaron Rodgers, Nick.
It's a great answer. I'm again going to the AFC game. I won't do that for all of these. Tre'Davious White. So here's a storyline that is just sitting there to be mined and no one discusses it. Did you know on draft day, the Buffalo Bills traded the pick that became Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs? And what they got back, along with other things, was the pick that became Tre'Davious White. So in other words, hey, Patty, if you're watching, the Bills said we'd rather have Tre'Davious White than you. At the time, their quarterback, I think, was Ty Taylor. They said, no, we don't need Patrick Mahomes. We're going to go upgrade our secondary. Tre'Davious White has turned into an all-pro corner. Also, the only chance Buffalo has to slow down the Chiefs' offense is if they don't have to double Tyreek the whole game. That's on Trey White. So the biggest X factor, storyline-wise and X's and O's-wise, Trey White, how he does on Tyreek Hill throughout the game, that's the X factor to me, Wildes.
Okay, national media. Your old buddy Kevin Wildes has a request, a little odd. I need more toe updates. Need some more on Patrick Mahomes' foot. I got plenty of protocol updates on the concussion protocol. Seems like that's going well. He's going to play. But now I need more toe updates because all I've heard is the way to beat the Chiefs is keep him in the pocket. And teams have a hard time doing it. He scrambles out. Uh-oh, there's Travis Kelce. But if this toe is not 100%, maybe he has to stay in the pocket. Maybe he can't do these like little 14-yard runs that are just like break the back of a defense. So more toe updates, please. Thank you.
Someone please grant Kevin Wallace's request. On to Josh Allen now. He's got a chance to make a statement on Sunday. To Nick, to all of his doubters, really. But Brandon, the player with the most bragging rights on the line come Sunday is blank.
Aaron Rodgers, for 2 reasons. One, he's going to be able to say, you guys drafted a quarterback in the first round. What were you thinking? He's not going to go out there and talk about everyone else like Nick Wright picking Patrick Mahomes. He's going to look on his sideline and say, you guys went with a quarterback in the first round. And then the second one is this. Nick, cover your ears. Close your mouth. I want you to do this. I don't want you to respond to it. He's going to also be able to say, if he plays well, he's going to be like, I'm the best quarterback in the NFL. You guys keep talking about Patrick Mahomes. I'm the best quarterback. Coming into this year, it was clear-cut. Patrick Mahomes was the best quarterback, and now he's going to be able to say, I'm that guy. Patrick Mahomes, come take it.
Can I talk now? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay,
but don't respond to that.
Hold on. Leave Brandon. I won't respond to it. I actually have a question for Brandon. Leave him on the screen. Brandon, who is the most talented quarterback you've ever seen? Give me a 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be exact order. The 3 names that come to mind. No. This isn't about just give me the 3 names.
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson.
Okay, those 3 most talented you've ever seen. Gosh, Fitzpatrick gets snubbed again. So, you know who wasn't mentioned? You know who Brandon didn't even consider mentioning? Tom Brady. He's got the most bragging rights on the line. You don't think Tom Brady? Okay, that's good. Hold on, Wilds. So listen to the answer before you make your stupid faces. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to give your guys some credit here. Tom Brady, you don't think when he's at home with his friends and family, they mention to him, bro, you've got 6 rings. And whenever someone says the most talented quarterback ever, you don't even make the list. You're not even honorable mention. They talk about Rodgers and Mahomes and Marino and Manning and Favre. Now you have a chance at 43 years old to go into the most talented quarterback ever's house and whoop his butt. So he's the one with bragging rights on the line. He can just say, hey, guess what, Aaron Rodgers? Miss me. What do you? Oh, yeah, absolutely people say that. Absolutely, people say that. No. They call him the GOAT. You think people? But they don't say he's anything close to the most talented. Yeah, I do. I think Giselle says it all the time.
The difference.
I think before they go to bed, they're like, "Hey, they don't think you're talented, Tommy." I do think that.
Go ahead, Wow.
Now I'm going to make a mean face no matter what you say.
Hey, Carlton Davis got a chance here to head up the cornerback rankings. If he shuts Davante Adams down, shut down Michael Thomas last week. Now, granted, Michael Thomas is like, yeah, he shut me down. I'm headed to surgery. I was really hurt. But there's some big games here. You know, just don't look at that Tyreek Hill one. That Tyreek Hill one is tough. And Dusty yelled at me. He demanded it was on there. But you can erase that one. Have a big game, shut down Davante Adams, and take all the Jalen Ramsey bragging rights away from him.
All right, let's talk about the play of the day. If Patrick Mahomes does indeed play, perhaps he breaks out the old behind-the-back pass that we know he's been practicing. But, Brandon, the player most likely to have the play of the day on Sunday is blank.
Stephon Diggs. We're always talking about the quarterback. Quarterback this, quarterback that. Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. I just did it. Nick just did it. You know, Wild, you always do it. But can we show the wide receiver some love? We're the most important piece to this whole puzzle. Do you not remember this play? What? The Minnesota Miracle? Do you not remember all the plays this year of him stepping up big, play after play, game after game? Stephon Diggs, Nick.
Last year, the divisional round game against the Houston Texans for the Chiefs ended with Frank Clark sacking Deshaun Watson. Last year, the AFC Championship game against the Tennessee Titans ended with Frank Clark sacking Ryan Tannehill. And last year, the Super Bowl ended with Frank Clark sacking Jimmy Garoppolo. All 3 playoff games, the final defensive play for the Chiefs was a Frank Clark sack. He's the one most likely to have the play of the day Sunday to end the game. I assume
That's
it's the Bills trying to cut a 24-point lead to a 17-point lead, and Frank Clark comes in and chops his arm. So there you go. Frank Clark's my answer.
I agree with you there. I like that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. It's a great take.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm going with Gronk, who's been healthy the whole season. He's played in every game, just barely missed a highlight-worthy touchdown last week. I think he gets it done. And as a Patriots fan, it's nice to not only have to root for Tom Brady.
For Drawing a Blank, Aaron Rodgers facing off with Tom Brady for the first time in the postseason on Sunday. But, Brandon, the player most likely to surprise you on Sunday is blank.
Yeah, I'm going to use this opportunity to call this player out, to hold him accountable for a little bit. Oh, I still got my Kyrie jersey up. But it's not him. It's definitely Leonard Fournette. This is a guy that has 2,000-yard season.